Vessels transporting passengers and cargo without any onboard crew might not be science fiction for long. Meet the Venus, an Unmanned Surface Vessel, or USV, a 9-meter-long boat that explores the vast stretches of ocean autonomously. ST Electronics has launched its cutting-edge technology in Singapore waters, making it one of the first nations in Southeast Asia to build and deploy the USV.
There's a lot of potential in this need for this unmanned system. In 2008, actually we started our very first USV development, which is this boat itself, which I'm standing on. This is the 9-meter unmanned surface vessel that we first developed.
ST Electronics launched the first USV 7 years ago, when it was developed for military missions such as mine countermeasures and anti-submarine warfare. The technology that supports this craft is actually one that many people are accustomed to. The vessel's path is first charted out on a mobile device, which is able to determine its exact marine route, speed, and even behavior. Once its mission begins, the vessel uses its navigation sensors to build situation awareness and to identify potential obstacles.
We have a lot of sensors that are put in place to help the vessel localize where it is. At the same time, know where to go. We have software to control basically how a vessel guides itself from point A to point B. This is a navigation radar that transmits RF, right? So if there's an object there, radio frequency waves get bounced off all these objects and be collected back at this sensor. So over the scans, you're able to estimate whether all these objects are stationary or moving.
In addition to that, the vessel is well equipped with auxiliary sensors in the form of cameras in the event that the radar misses any obstacles. Now that the USV is tested, it is up to the market to define its commercial viability.
For example, you can actually just make a ferry boat carry passengers that is unmanned. Just like your MRT, where you don't need a driver to drive the MRT.
If you're talking about ferrying people, I think a safety number on board is still important. With the technology today, maybe he's just there to assure all the passengers in the ferry that at least the ferry is not driving by itself. More from a psychological assurance point of view.
ST Electronics has signed a 3-year Memorandum of Understanding with the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. Part of this MOU would be to research and develop the regulatory framework supporting the commercialization of the USV technology.
I think it's important for the authority to actually put in place a regulation how the unmanned vessel could be coexist with a manned vessel on the maritime environment.
The USV holds vast potential as a technology, not just in removing humans from dangerous military missions such as minesweeping, but also in freeing up manpower from routine tasks.
For example, you have to do a watch keep on board the ship, physically using a binoculars to actually do watch keeping. Whereas if with all this technology, with all the artificial intelligence that you build into the system, you can actually do all this mundane work for the operator.
ST Electronics expects to complete the full-scale development of the Venus USV for military and paramilitary use by end 2017. Advancing the technology for commercial and passenger shipping purposes will be its next goal. Conventional sea travel as we know it is set for a wave of change.